you have time. You have the knowledge and the willpower and the discipline to get it done.
Do you believe that? Do you really believe in you? Some people may not have that opportunity to believe in themselves because all their lives, many things has kept them down.
Stop overthinking everything so much. Realize that while you are trying to do a lot of things in your life at once and you are trying to be better than you were yesterday, also realize you don't have to try to do anything. You just have to do and you just have to be. You have to understand the concept of you're not actually really doing anything, you're being done. Each and every day is an opportunity to get something from the day rather than just going through the day. But there are a lot of things that we can't always control. We can't always control the temperature outside. We can't always control what the birds are doing, or what the fish are doing, or what the animals are doing. But we can control what we're doing. We can control who we're hanging out with. So in a sense, we can get some control over the anxiety that we have. And the way that we're going to gain control of those things is think about some of the hurdles that we may have, some of the things that are blocking us from making quick action.
Your heart, your life, your happiness is your responsibility and your responsibility alone.
One day you're going to realize your life is yours and there's a lot of people important to you that surround it, but ultimately it's yours.
Then you must decide where you want to invest this life. Invest in something worthwhile.
You have to picture yourself there. Wherever it is, you've got to picture yourself there. All right, the next step is you've got to believe it.
Number one in your life's blueprint should be a deep belief in your own dignity, your own worth, and your own somebodyness. Don't allow anybody to make you feel that you are nobody. See, sometimes we can't say, I can do that. But what we can say, that it's possible that I can have my dream as we run toward it, as we work on it day in and day out.
They were going to make a change, and then they made it.
This is your moment. It's not tomorrow. It's not next year. It's not when you're going to graduate. It's right here, right now. And every choice you make, you're impacting that thing.
We're going to be lions. You know, when a lion is injured, when a lion is bleeding, he licks his wounds and he keeps walking.
Your time is one of the most powerful tools you will ever have.
Lay hold up. You lay hold up. And when that thing tells you to quit, you look at it in his eye and say, I ain't going nowhere. I will break you before you break me.
You would be like a shark. You would think like a shark.
And you can't go backwards. If you stop swimming, you will die. If life knocks you down, try and land on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up. This is the year of the word. Act like you hear me. This is the year of the what? This is the year of the what? Act like it.
The moment and the time for you to change your life is now.
Always feel that you count. Always feel that you have worth. And always feel that your life has ultimate significance.
You choose what you're looking for, because what you look for, you find. That's how life works.
Make good choices, great things happen. But you've got to believe in you. So believe.
The greatest of who you really are. Do you really know who you are? Can you identify yourself? Do you see yourself less? Or do you see yourself more? Do you ultimately believe in you? Or do you let others This is not the time to look down on yourself. This is the time for you to look up, to see the greatest, to see the greatness within you. Your creation has meaning. Something great brought you here. There was a purpose, and there's a purpose now. And that purpose is great because you exist in it. Greatness is within you. Greatness is a part of you. But to be great, you got to believe in it.
You are royalty. Against all odds, you can, you will, and you must overcome. Never fear and persevere. This is a great day to win.
Since the day you were born, greatness was already there. When you had those hard times, greatness was already there. When nobody thought that you had what it took, greatness existed. Hold on to that greatness. Believe in that greatness and give it everything you have within yourself.
If you want to become successful in life, number one, you got to change your mindset. He said, you don't get in life what you want, you get in life what you are. Develop your communication skills, because once you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are. I believe that all of us are born unique, but most of us die copies. You got to find out what is it that turns you on, what resonates with you. One of the things that I realized and what allowed me to become successful as a speaker, the speaking industry has been hijacked by people who speak to sell. And it's okay to do that and make money. I speak to change lives because somebody spoke and changed my life. So this is my passion. This is my drive. This is something that I feel in my heart. And so the key to that hunger-driven life is a heart-centered life. I didn't do what I'm doing for years because of my programming, because of the culture in which I was raised in. I would see other people with degrees and PhDs and MBAs and credentials I don't have, and I convinced myself I couldn't do it. But Mr. Washington, on that day, we became friends, and he taught me not only someone's opinion of you does not have to determine your reality. He said that you have to work on yourself, and you have to have an unstoppable attitude, and no excuse is acceptable, and you've got to make it a priority, a non-negotiable in your life, and hold a constant vision of what it is you want to achieve. See it accomplished and go all out. Find a way to win in spite of the setbacks, in spite of the disappointments, in spite of your failures. I tell people when I'm giving presentations, you will fail your way to success. I have a saying, if life knocks you down, try and land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up.
But when you lose, make sure you lose the right way. Humble yourself when you lose. Don't be angry, because we gotta lose sometimes. Sometimes you may not understand why you're losing, but you will lose. You will fail. But if you're gonna fail the right way. If you're gonna lose the right way. Make sure they remember you. Make sure anything that's coming after you remembers you. They know that, man, I don't want to meet that person again. I don't want to have to fight that person again. I don't want to have to encounter that person again, because of the heart and the will that you had within yourself. Don't submit. Don't give up. Fight through it. Push through it. If you're gonna lose the right way. Do you understand what that means? Or you're gonna just give in? And then when you lose, you're feeling sorry for yourself. You feel that you're not worthy anymore. You feel like everybody's gonna talk about you. No, it's not about the people. It's about you. It's about understanding you. All my life, I've been pushing myself. All my life, I've been digging. All my life, I've been going. All my life, I've been thriving. And yes, I've been knocked down. Yes, I've been pushed aside. Yes, I've been rejected. But I kept going. I kept pushing. I kept believing in myself. I'm not saying that you got to be like me. You and me are two different people. You and me don't necessarily connect on everything. But you got to connect to something. You got to believe in something. You got to understand that it's going to take more grit and more will when it comes to what it is that you are seeking in your life. Because if you're holding on to things, if you're holding on to excuses, if you're holding on to fear, then there's no faith. Whether you win, whether you lose, don't give up. If you lose, lose. Humble yourself. Work harder and go again. Competition, that's life. Doesn't matter what you got going on. If you're in sports, doesn't matter. Somebody out there is a little bit hungrier than you are, then you got to get a little bit hungrier than them. If something out there that is chasing you and trying to destroy you and bring you down and trying to take everything from you, you got to be greater than the things that is trying to take you out. This is your time right now. And it's only a short time. You got a short window. Don't let that window close. Get through it and go after it. Believe in it and understand it, because it's yours. If you're gonna lose, make sure you do it the right way. Quitting is easy. Anybody can do it. If you fail, learn from it and build on it. But don't you give up. Fight, push, dig, and go after it. And make the most of your life. Stand tall and believe in it and work at it each and every day of your life. Let the challenges come. Do whatever you gotta do. And keep it moving.
You come from what you perceive as nothing. I know you come from a home where you never got much hugging. I know your childhood is filled with memories of dream crushing. They told you you would never amount to much of nothing. All of the fear and hatred in your heart, it's time for you to disown it. That inner child of your past, you have totally outgrown it. Don't you get it? The best of you is already inside. You've just never shown it. But what life failed to realize is that because of everything you've been through in your past, all of the setbacks, heartbreaks, failures, losses, you are prepared for any and everything life could possibly throw at you.
And some of you have like big dreams, but your energy is like a AAA battery. Your battery got to be able to push that dream. If you got a big old dream, but you got a small engine, you're not going to be able to push it.
Many of you will not be successful because you got this giant goal and no steps to go with it. Keep your dreams phenomenal. Keep your vision phenomenal. Keep it phenomenal. If it was easy, everybody would do it.
I began to realize at the end of the day is As long as there's breath in my lungs, there's hope in our hearts, and giving up's not an option. You and I and we, no matter what your unique situation, your storm, your struggle, your trauma, your abuse, your wounds, your scars, no matter what they are, and I know we've all got them on some way, somehow, some level, whatever they are, I promise you this, you are not a product of your past, you are not a product of your environment or your current unique situation, but you are always a product of how do we navigate through our storms.
From a deep sleep, you awaken to your daily battleground. Another round with life, and by the end of the day, you're broken, battered, and beaten down. You're slowly losing your mind, and you keep checking the lost and found, hoping for a profound moment that gives you the strength to mentally and physically rebound. You were once bound and determined to block out all of the noise and all of the background sounds. But life sniffed out the fear in your soul like a bloodhound, and turned your smiles into frowns, and changed your happiness into tears of a clown. And as you stand in a trance spellbound, that's when I come up and tap you on the shoulder. And when you turn around, I say it's time for you to turn your life around. I say it's time for you to get back up, cause life just knocked you down. I say it's time for you to swim, cause you about to drown. I say it's time for you to human up with and stand your ground. No retreat, no surrender. No retreat, no surrender. I need you to remember you have a God-given right to be a member of the next level society. And that means you must fight through the anxiety. That means you must never concede and go down quietly. That means you have to ignite your inner flames and show life that you are explosive and fiery. I know you come from what you perceive as nothing. I know you come from a home where there was never much hugging and you never felt much loving. I know your childhood is filled with memories of dream crushing. They told you you would never amount to much of nothing. And up to this point, you've been proving them right. Up to this point, you've shown very little fight. Up to this point, you keep walking in darkness and avoiding the light. Up to this point, you've been blind. But today, my friend, I'm your optometrist because I'm about to give you sight. No retreat, no surrender. No retreat, no surrender. You're at war with life, and life does not fight fair. Life can care less about your daily stress and all your craziness, your failure to progress, your lack of success, the fact that you're not living your best. I need you to dig deep into the depths of your heart and remind yourself that your heart is not stopped yet, and that means you haven't dropped yet, and therefore you refuse to throw in the towel. Life is simply trying to beat you down and put you to the test.
I'm sick of hearing people limit themselves. I'm friggin' sick of people allowing other people to dictate their life. It pisses me off. Pisses me off. When you gonna get pissed off and tired of people doubting you? When you gonna get pissed off and tired of people putting obstacles in your way? Just friggin' do it. Doesn't matter what it is. Don't allow anybody to forecast your greatness. You got so much more inside of you.
Your life won't turn out how you planned it. It turns out how you work for it. How you wake up and you chase that dream every single morning. It's what you give your time and your energy to that takes you to the next level. Wake up every single day thinking about how can I change my life? How can I stand on a stage with the giants willing to fail a few times? Are you willing to lay down and bleed so you can see the dream that you dreamed about? Are you gonna beat the obstacles? That freshman is getting ready to go to college. Are you gonna take the obstacles that come with it? Are you gonna study when they party? Are you gonna dream when they sleep? This is the question you must ask yourself. Greatness will only come to you if you run its way. Greatness will only arise when you step in the fire and you're not afraid to get burned. This means you gotta work. This means you have to grind when they sleep. You gotta grind when they won't. You gotta grind when you do not feel like it. And this in all areas in life. School, sports, your religion. Consistency is the tunnel to greatness. Consistency will turn an ordinary man into something he never thought he could be. See the difference between a good player and a great player. See, that good player does just the minimum to get by. That great player pushes his body past the limit. He leaves every single drop of blood on the field. And whatever he does in life, he wants to be remembered as the greatest. He does that extra 10 when the coach only asks for 20. He runs that extra mile when the coach only asks for 5. You see, they won't understand this dream. They won't understand this grind, this blood, sweat, and tears of waking up every day, doing something over and over again, knowing that you may not even get paid for it. Knowing that you don't even have a meal to eat at night. You see, that is the true sign of a champion. Mistakes happen. Trials and tribulations happen. Deaths happen. But you gotta keep going. You gotta keep believing. I'm reminding you how great you are. Many individuals on this earth have slipped into a coma. And they begin to sleepwalk through life. And they begin to do the bare minimum. They begin their death. See, this type of greatness I'm talking about when I die. They can't even fit another body in the church. Because what I gave the world. You see all these men standing on top of the world. You think they're special, you think they're everything, but you don't know what they did to get there. It's one of my favorite sayings. You must learn how to live full so you can die empty. Saying by Les Brown, listen to me. You must be willing to live full. You die empty. But we hold back for it. But I want to tell you this, that you are phenomenal. You are a king. You come from royal blood. You stand on the tip top of the pyramids. You are royalty, king. You are a light. You are a star. The question is, do you believe you are?
I was allowing things that I couldn't control to control me. And I had to let some things go. And that's a challenge. Because for so long, that pain, that wound, it really became like a safety net for me because it was my go-to. It was my reason for all of my struggles. And if I let it go, then I had to begin to face some of my other hurts and my pains. And that's intimidating and it's scary. But the truth is, when we hold on to these things, it's not poisoning the people who did it to us. It's holding you hostage. Purpose. We've all got a purpose. Every one of you in this room, you were born to leave your fingerprints on history. Every one of you in this room were born to not just exist, but to experience life. In this room, I promise you, if some of you will just begin to take ownership of your life, and some of you probably are already striving and doing phenomenal and making good choices, I want to say keep going. Don't give up. Keep pursuing it, because I promise you, every single one of you were meant to leave your fingerprints on history. I mean fingerprints on history. Where you can leave back and leave behind a legacy. Where you can leave behind impact, where you can leave behind a difference. Every one of you are fully capable of leaving your fingerprints on history.
People look for the shortcut, the hack. And if you came here looking for that, you won't find it. The shortcut is a lie. The hack doesn't get you there. And if you want to take the easy road, it won't take you to where you want to be. Stronger, smarter, faster, healthier, better. Free. To reach goals and overcome obstacles and be the best version of you possible will not happen by itself. It will not happen cutting corners, taking shortcuts, or looking for the easy way. There is no easy way. There is only hard work, late nights, early mornings, practice, rehearsal, repetition, study, sweat, blood, toil, frustration, and discipline. Discipline. There must be discipline. Discipline, the root of all good qualities, the driver of daily execution. Core principle that overcomes laziness and lethargy and excuses. Discipline defeats the infinite excuses that say, not today, not now, I need a rest, I'll do it tomorrow. What's the hack? How do you become stronger, smarter, faster, healthier? How do you become better? How do you achieve true freedom? There is only one way. The way of discipline.
You stop dreaming. You dream for a week and you stop because things around you don't look good. You dream for a month and when you get hit in the mouth, you quit and you give up. You dream for a while and when people tell you crazy, and when people tell you stupid, and when people tell you can never get done, you stop dreaming and you go back to knowledge. And I dare you to use your imagination. I dare you when you're broke to use your imagination. I dare you when you're rich to use your imagination. I dare you under every single circumstance. Keep dreaming. Keep looking at your dream. Keep focusing on your dream. Keep going after the dream because that's where true success is. I wake up every single day. I am who I say I am. And I get what I get because I live in beast mode. Y'all got to do me a favor. Stop being gazelle. You're not average. There's nothing about you that's average. You're not even good. You were born to be great. You were born to be great. You are a royal priesthood, a chosen generation. You're not average. You're not good. You're great. God created you to be great. So be phenomenal.
So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack. Weakness. Do I have weakness? I am nothing but weakness. I'm not naturally strong or fast or flexible. I'm certainly not the smartest person in the world. I get emotional over stupid things. I eat the wrong foods. I don't sleep enough. I procrastinate and I waste time. I care too much about meaningless things and not enough about important things. My ego is too big. My mind is too small, often trapped inside itself. Now, all that being said, I have a saying. A person's strength is often their biggest weakness, but their weaknesses can become strengths.
The world's lazy. It's a good thing for you and me. Nobody wants to do it. Everybody will talk about it. Everybody will post about it. But nobody wants to roll up their sleeves and just go get it. And so what that means for me is I don't have to be the most qualified. I don't have to be the most talented. All I got to begin to do is to apply myself. And by default, I'm going to separate myself from the crowd.
I don't accept that I am what I am and that that is what I am doomed to be. I'm fighting. I'm always fighting. I'm struggling and I'm scraping and kicking and clawing at those weaknesses to change them, to stop them. Some days I win, but some days I don't. But each and every day I get back up and I move forward. With my fists clenched toward the battle, toward the struggle. And I fight with everything I've got to overcome those weaknesses and those shortfalls and those flaws as I strive to be just a little bit better today than I was yesterday.
I'm here to tell you today, if you somebody came to my office the other day crying. I said, look, don't cry to give up. Cry to keep going. Don't cry to quit. You already in pain. You already hurt. Get a reward from it.
Fight. Go down swinging. And I'll tell you, if you fight with all you have, more often than not, you won't go down at all. You will win. But you have to make that attitude a part of your everyday life. Do the extra repetition. Run the extra mile. Go the extra round. Make the right choices. Give the full measure. Make yourself stronger, mentally and physically. Stand and fight. Fight against weakness, against fear, against time, and against decay. Fight back. Go down swinging. Give every day everything you've got. And when you face a challenge, even something you don't believe you can win, or a situation where you know you cannot win, remember this: you have nothing to lose. So, stand up. Go forward. Go out in a blaze of glory, fighting with everything you've got, every ounce of energy, every bead of sweat, every drop of blood, until your last breath. And then, and only then, can you stand down.
If you're going to be successful in this game, you got to have a dog within you. You got to know it's a dog fight, and you got to go get that fight. Life ain't going to be easy. Ain't nobody going to hand you nothing. Just because you got a degree, you think because you got a degree and you wrote a book, they about to bow down to you. That's just step one, boo, in this game. Good people can't really handle them on the level that someone who's great is. So you're praying for greatness and a problem comes and you're running from the problem. You don't understand that it is in solving the problem that you become wealthy. You don't understand that when you solve that problem, you solve something that 2 other million people couldn't solve. And so once you solved it, that solving the problem elevated you. The longer you wait, I'm being real. The longer you wait to get started and just start grinding, the longer you're going to wait to get to the other side and get that reward.
It's necessary to know that everybody won't see it, that everybody won't join you, that everybody won't have the vision. It's necessary to know that a lot of people like to complain, but they don't want to do anything about their situation. That you are an uncommon breed. You have to know within yourself that I can do this. Even if no one else sees it for me, I must see it for myself.
So continue to strive, continue to have goals, continue to progress.
Every failed experiment is one step closer to success.
Hard for you to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I promise you, man, the light's at the end of the tunnel. If you keep walking, if you keep making one good choice or 2 good choices will always bring amazing opportunities. I promise you, man. Things will get better. And it won't be microwave. It won't be overnight. It won't be instantaneous. I know we want that, but it's not. Greatness takes time. When you build something with a foundation, with choices and character, you see, character is everything in life. Your attitude is going to really determine your altitude. When you learn to have responsibility and respect and integrity and be punctual.
Let me share with you the most difficult thing I've ever done in my life. And it took me years to do. And that was to believe that it was possible. To believe that I can do it. Given my circumstances, born in an abandoned building on a floor, being adopted, being labeled educable mentally retarded, failing twice in school, no college training, never worked for a major corporation. To believe. Ever thought about something you wanted to do and you talk yourself out of it? There's a proverb that says, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us well. That's why it's important that you make it a point every day. And you never stop. Because once you stop, that's when those negative thoughts will come back. Once you stop, that's when you will begin to doubt yourself. Once you stop, I'm telling you what I mean. Every day, it's a selling job on you. It's possible. I can do this. I can make this happen. No matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. It's possible. Feed your mind with words that you write and words that you hear and words that you speak to yourself. Feed your faith and your doubts will starve you. Say to yourself, it's possible. It's possible. It's possible. Even when you have no evidence to point to, say to yourself, it's possible. There's nothing as powerful as a made-up mind.
Shame on you if you don't have enough strength within your mindset and in your heart and in your soul to know that most success stories always have a humble beginning. You're not supposed to start at the top. You got to grow it for the rest of the world to know it. We seem to be so concerned and afraid of falling down. Sometimes it seems that gravity is just pulling us down. It seems that nothing good is happening in our lives. We are afraid to fall down. Why? Why is this happening? Why am I in this dark place? Why do I feel so lost? Why are things constantly hurting me? What do I do? You got to believe in it and continue to lift it up. You must understand that it is a necessary opportunity for you to find out exactly what you are ultimately made of. It is not going to be an easy day. In fact, it may not necessarily be an easy life, but you have a life. And with this life, failure will come, but you gotta believe in it. You got to trust in it. You got to stand on it. You got to stay away from the things that's not building you up, and feed your ideas, feed your dreams, because they're starving right now. You must be stronger than your excuses. You must be stronger than your circumstances. You must be stronger than your fears. You need a little bit of faith and understanding that you can go further in your life.
What I'd like for you to do right now, I want you to think about your dream, because I'm in a room full of dreamers. Think about your dream right now. I want you to think about it and envision it. I don't know what that dream is that you have. I don't care how far-fetched it might appear to be. I don't care how disappointing it might have been as you've been working toward that dream. But here's what I know. That dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible.
Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test, was 9 dots, and you had to draw 5 lines with a pencil within these 9 dots without lifting the pencil. The only way to do it was to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams, and they ultimately fuel disappointment.
I would say make a resolution to be a better person now. Make it a resolution of discipline to get better, smarter, faster, stronger, healthier, more productive, less agitated, to eat cleaner, live more, to go and do. Do all those things. But don't do them on New Year's Eve. Don't do them on New Year's Day. Do them now. That resolution of discipline to work and follow through and maintain your will. That'll result in the freedom that you're looking for.
That's right. Fail big. Today's the beginning of the rest of your life, and it can be very frightening. It's a new world out there. It's a mean world out there, and you only live once. So do what you feel passionate about. So have dreams, but have goals. And understand that to achieve these goals, you must apply discipline and consistency. In order to achieve your goals, you must apply discipline, which you have already done, and consistency every day, not just on Tuesday and this Tuesday. You have to work at it every day. You have to plan every day. You've heard the saying, we don't plan to fail, we fail to plan. Hard work works. Working really hard is what successful people do.
And ladies and gentlemen, I started working on my dream, and most people don't work on their dreams. Why? For many years I didn't. One is because of fear. The fear of failure. What if things don't work out? And the fear of success. What if they do and I can't handle it? The other thing is that most people, ladies and gentlemen, they get comfortable. They stop growing, they stop working on themselves, they stop stretching, they stop pushing themselves, and they end up becoming very cynical about life, and they throw in the towel on themselves, and on their families, and on their dreams. So I applaud you for your dreaming, for your running toward your dream. I applaud you for believing in yourself. Because that's what life is about. Stretching and challenging. Looking for ways that you can begin to improve yourself. Of stretching out. Of acting on my dream. And I don't know what that dream is for you. I can tell you that it's possible. It's possible for you to live your dream. It's necessary that you associate with winners. That you are relentless. That you never give up. It's you. You've got to take personal responsibility. You've got to make it your personal business to make it happen.
Everybody always want to make excuses, and that gets me sick and tired, because you can be amazing, you can be great, you can do it. You can achieve any single goal you set your mind to, but you're so busy making excuses and complaining instead of going out there and getting the job done. When is enough going to be enough, and you're going to stop complaining about some of the adversity that you're going to go through? It's called life. Life is adversity. Life is adversity. You got to face it head on and run it over. Stop complaining, stop making excuses, and start doing things that's going to get you closer to your goal, to your dream. I will not allow you to become a prisoner in your own life. I will not let you sacrifice your greatness because somebody else doubted you. I will not allow you to give up when it gets hard, when it gets dark, when it gets lonely. You are a champion. You are a warrior. You were made for greatness. It is inside of you. It's not worth living life captivated by other people's perception of you. Stop worrying about it. Stop worrying about it. Start doing something that's going to build up your life and not tear it down.
Never let a situation or circumstance define your life, no matter what it may be. And understanding that you got something inside of you that's greater than a situation or a circumstance, but you have to constantly believe it, and not only believe it, you have to make decisions and choices every single day to put you a step forward toward what you believe your destiny is. The reason that I think belief is important is because, like, when you're young or when you do something and you're a novice, right, and you start out doing it and you might think you can do something with it, or you might not. You might do it and it's being driven by your passion. And then somebody comes along that's a little bit older or even more experienced, and they can see it in a way that you can't see it, right? And so I think it's important with belief, because if a person believes in you in a way that you don't believe in yourself, you can rent that person's belief until you get strong enough to possess your own, right? And you use that person's belief to fuel you every single day, right? Because you can have a level of belief with what you're doing, but you can go back to a certain set of circumstances that tell you, nah, it's not going to happen. And so you rent that person's belief until you get strong enough to possess your own.
Move away from your past and move toward a new purpose, a purpose that gives you the success you've always wanted, the success that leads you to a future you deserve. Bring your life into the direction you want, the direction to change your perception, your perspective. This is the power you've earned. Don't let yourself be taken by one more mistake. Don't let yourself slip from one more wasted opportunity. Have the confidence to take action. Have the confidence to appreciate the decisions you make, to make every choice with the purpose to change, to improve. As a collective, a society, we all want simple things. We all want to succeed, to improve, to be better people. We all slip, but that's how life functions. That's the only way for us to learn. You can be more. You can have it.
I dare you to work on yourself for 6 months. I dare you to shut out the world. I dare you to shut out all the distractions. I dare you to give up everything that is keeping you from your dream.
If you have a dream, don't just sit there. Get your ass up and make something happen. Sometimes you just have to move. Do something. make a call, reach out to someone, Google something, learn something new. Write down what you need to do in order to make a better life for yourself, and be brave enough to do those things.
I dare you to take a stand today to say no more. I will no longer accept this for my life. I dare you to take action today. I dare you to write your goals down and get someone to hold you accountable. I dare you to hold yourself accountable. I dare you to give up everything that is keeping you from your dream, to say no to all the negative influences. I dare you to pick up a book instead of a drink. I dare you to work harder than you think you did yesterday. I dare you to prove them wrong. I dare you to prove yourself right. I dare you to stand up as a man or as a strong woman, as whoever you are, and declare that you are going to claim a bigger and better life for yourself. I dare you to make something happen this week, to take massive action this week. Drop everything and do something. I dare you to walk more than you talk. I dare you to do good for the sake of doing good. I dare you to tell no one about it, to be kind for no reason. I dare you to spend time alone. I dare you to say no with pride. No to bad habits, to negative people, to wrongdoing. I dare you to speak your truth. I dare you to dream bigger, bigger than they told you was possible for your life. I dare you. I dare you to walk your own path, wherever that leads, whatever they say. I dare you to lock the world out for a week and work on you, work on your dreams.
You're well and truly capable of living at a higher level. If you do or you don't, that's up to you. Ask yourself, am I happy with my life exactly as it is now? Am I happy staying where I am? If you don't like to answer, get to work. Work on yourself. Work harder than you think you've worked in the past. More discipline, higher standards, more self-respect, more boundaries, less BS. More forward, less backward. More positive, less negative. Only those who dare to go after the life most don't have will ever have the chance of living a life most will never have. Only those who dare to fight for a great life have a chance to live a great life. What's it going to take for you to change? What's it going to take for you to realize your potential? What's it going to take for you to be proud? Proud of the person you are. Proud of your effort. Proud of the person you've become. What is it going to take?
I don't care how scared you are. What you need to do is make bold decisions. Right now, you've got to begin training yourself to act. You've got to begin training yourself to take chances, to put yourself at risk, to risk embarrassment, to know that you're going to fail. That's the only way that you're ever going to get the things that you want out of life. All of us want to do something extraordinary. All of us want to be great. All of us have something inside ourselves that if we knew we couldn't fail, we would pursue that. And that question, what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? That question is one of the most important questions that you can ever ask yourself. And the reality is you can do that thing, but you're going to have to be bold. You're going to have to take chances. You're going to have to put everything at risk. And the problem is the reason that people play things so safe is because it's so comfortable there. It's so easy there. And every day passes by without you noticing that terrifying passage of time.
I've been through some tough times in my life. Times where I didn't think I could make it. Sometimes where maybe I didn't want to make it. But every time I was down, I got up. I fought back. I rose to the occasion. Listen to me. You're down, but you're not out. I don't think you heard me. You've been knocked down, but you have not been knocked out. Get up. Get up.
Whatever you're going through, it is temporary. It is not permanent unless you let it be.
This challenge was not sent to destroy you. It was sent to define you.
Everything comes down to you, your choices, the meaning you give to every moment in your life.
Get up. You'll never find the answers you need down there. You'll never reach the peak of your life down there. Get up and keep climbing. Keep climbing up that mountain. I promise you, views, when you reach the peak, it will be worth it. The views from the top will be worth it because you know how it feels. Wow. You have seen the darkness. Now it's time to earn the light. You have felt the pain. Now it's time to feel the blessings. You could have drowned in your own tears, but soon you will be showered with greatness. Get up. Use the pain. Don't let it use you. Turn your pain into power.
You decide how this moment defines your life. You decide how this moment defines your future. Will you use the pain, or will the pain push you back? Are you gonna cry about it or conquer it?
This is not a problem. It is a challenge. Persist through this challenge. On the other side is your pride. Do not let your pain go to waste. Those tears meant something. They were created to make you feel something. Something that will snap you out of this sorry state. Get up. Enough is enough. Get up. Make a plan. Fight for the life you must have. You at the bottom, but you do not have to stay there.
Let this moment change you. Let this be your defining moment. Never forget this moment. This is the moment that changed everything.
Fight for that life. Know where you're targeted. Know how you will get there and get moving. Keep climbing.
See, effort is what separates the boys from the men. What you do every day will dictate your future. What you want out of your life is what you gotta put in. Yeah, failure happens, mistakes as well. But without them, how could you grow? How can you become that successful entrepreneur without learning the lessons of failure? How much effort would you put in today to guarantee the future for your family? To guarantee the empire that you dreamed of as a kid?
Most of you claim you've been working hard because you got tired. Oh, I did work hard, but success still didn't come. No, you worked until you got tired. Tired doesn't equal hard work. It's how hard you work after you get tired. When you get tired, that is when the real work starts. How hard do you push when you get tired? How many reps have you got left in you when your body says no? How many hours have you got left in you when the mind says no? How many times can you get back up after life has beaten you down, time and time again? If you want better than average, you have to work harder than the average. If you want greatness, your effort must be greater than great. It's not all about physical effort. It's about the effort you apply to learning, the effort you apply to growing, the effort you apply to finding solutions. It's as much about working smart as it is hard. The effort you put in to become a better person, a more understanding person. The effort you put in to helping others. How many other lives do you impact around you? From the effort you give to others. Your quality of life depends on your effort. It doesn't matter what success means to you. Whatever it is, it will require your effort. If you want to be a good friend, a good parent, effort is required. If you want financial success or physical strength, effort is required. And your level of effort will equal your level of results. There are no mistakes. Give your all, every day, every minute of every day. Your best effort in each present moment will lead to your best future moments. There are no mistakes. All your effort, all you got.
Why do you want that dream so bad? Why are you willing to put in all those extra hours? Why are you willing to sacrifice and fight for that dream? It's not for the money. It's for the freedom.
The opposite of freedom is slavery. Being a slave to your own negative thoughts. Being a slave to others' expectations and opinions. Being a slave to limitations.
Why are you prepared to risk everything for that dream that no one can see but you? Why would you prefer to put in 80 hours a week for your own dream just so you don't have to put in 40 for someone else's? Freedom.
Freedom! Because you will never get that freedom working for someone else. You'll never be in control working for someone else. Going your own way is the only shot at freedom. Going your own way is the only way you get to call the shots. It's much harder that way, and the chances of success are very slim. But you have no chance of getting that freedom if you settle.
True freedom is freedom of choice. Freedom of others' opinions. Freedom of the mind. Freedom of negative thoughts. If you want freedom, you're going to have to earn it. Work until you can say, I'm living life on my terms. I created this.
If you want freedom, there's going to be an element of risk. There's going to have to be sacrifices made. There's going to have to be late nights, extra hours, persistence, and most importantly, growth. If you don't become someone else, you will not be able to earn your freedom. The person you are right now might not be good enough for the life you want. If you really want it, you're going to have to become someone else.
You know the greatest thing money buys? It buys freedom. You know the greatest thing self-development does for you? It gives you freedom. The more you develop yourself, the more choices you have in life. The more you learn, the more you develop, the more skills you grow, the better you become, the greater your freedom.
If you think your success in life is determined by factors outside of your control, then you will never be in control.
If you don't believe you can do it, you will never give the effort required to do it.
I'll tell you who freedom will never come to. Freedom will never come to those who quit. Never to those who give up. Never to those who choose the easy path. Never to those who lack self-discipline. Never to those who refuse to work on themselves. Never to those who seek comfort over growth. Never to those who seek security over their future.
Your results in life are determined by you, your work, your belief, your sacrifice, your discipline. But nothing else but you.
None of you want the success for the money alone. Money is paper. It's meaningless by itself. But what it does for you, that is priceless. It can give you freedom. Freedom to choose what to do. Freedom to choose where to do what you do.
There has never lived a self-made human being who created a successful, fulfilled life by luck, chance, or having everything work out perfectly. Freedom is earned. Living a life you love will not come unless you are willing to earn it. Are you willing to earn it?
How do you get that freedom? There's not one element. There's not one trick or hack. It's a relentless pursuit of self-improvement. And the more you improve, the greater your chances of living a life on your own terms. Most people think the safe bet is taking a comfortable job. You get benefits. You get holidays. But in doing that, you sacrifice your freedom. The safest bet is always to bet on yourself. It won't pay off right away. And that's why most people quit. They don't back themselves. And that's why they lose their freedom. When you bet on yourself and back yourself to win in the end, you are placing a bet on your future. When you actually apply what you learn, and continue to learn and continue to grow and keep moving forward with tiny steps, refusing to give up along that journey. Eventually, you will win.
Eventually, you will get to a place where you decide what you want to do each day. No boss to tell you what time to start, when to take breaks or have holidays. No one to decide what benefits you get or don't get.
You earn your benefits. And the best part is, I've never met someone that earned their freedom who just stopped there. Successful people don't stop. If they become financially free, they keep going because they have that passion most people lack. They choose to work, and they choose to work harder than ever, even when they don't have to, because they love the process. And that's the difference. Most people think they have the freedom because they work minimal hours and get holidays, while entrepreneurs work long hours without a holiday. But most people hate their job. I don't know about you, but I refuse to spend half my life doing something I hate. I choose freedom. If you want that freedom and you're not there yet, and you don't know how to get there, here's how. Never stop. Never stop learning. Never stop applying what you learn. You have to force yourself to get better every single day. It's those tiny improvements done 1 million times. The improvements that seem insignificant as one, but when added up over years, calculate into your freedom. Work until you can say, I'm living life on my terms. I created this. Freedom!
Sometimes rock bottom is the greatest gift, because rock bottom, it's the only time people change. If things are going okay, people don't change. If things are just a little bad, people don't change. But when your life is at rock bottom, change is a must. You don't have to wait for your life to be improved. You can just decide right now. Enough is enough. You can decide that this is your lowest moment. Look at all the disgusting, unacceptable parts of your life. Don't hide them. Bring them to the light and the clear. You will change them all right now. If you're hiding them in the darkness where no one can see, you'll never change them. And if you never change them, you'll never experience your full potential. Bring them into the light. Take ownership of it. The disappointment of where it is and the declaration that it will change.
You have to declare that this is going to happen. Don't declare it to others. Declare it to yourself. You have to insist it is going to happen. Get disgusted enough where you are right now so you force change. Think about the pain you will feel if you never change. Think about the difference you will make in the lives of those you love if you do change. Through your example, you can change them for the better.
If you're not happy with a certain area of your life, change it. Do something about it. Nothing will change unless you do. Nothing will get better until you get better.
You've got to say enough. It all changes, and it all changes now. I've had enough. The life I've been living is not good enough, and it's not going to change unless I change. It won't get better unless I get better.
You've just got to think, I am not happy with this area, so I'm going to do something about it.
Get disgusted. Change doesn't happen when you are content. Change doesn't happen if you refuse to look at what is bothering you. Don't hide it. Bring it to the light. Enough is enough. My standards are higher. I cannot accept this no longer. Enough is enough. If my future is going to be better, I must be better. And I must be better now. I must be better consistently. No more weaknesses.
No more limits. No more excuses. No more excuses. No matter what, I will not feel like this again. This is my lowest point. I've had enough. It changes now.
Nothing will change unless you do. Nothing will get better until you get better.
There's something inside you, something that must come out, something that must grow, something that wants more. Let that something out. Let it grow. You deserve more. It's time to grow more. It's time to make more. It's time to work more. It's time to take more. It's time to say enough. Let go of the limits you were told. They don't apply to you. It's time to create the life you choose.
Change isn't going to come about unless you put your foot down. Change will not happen unless it is a must. And it's only going to become a must if you bring all the crap you don't like into the light. Then you can go about the business of planning for the life you must have. But it all starts with a decision. It all starts with the courage to make that decision. Declare it now.